charges. You guys run, I'll hold it back. I'll shoot at it, hold it back, try to scare it. But if this thing charges, I can defend myself. You guys. This was very late at night. Everybody was asleep. And I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. That's a straight ahead.
Multiple layers of spiritual activity.
What is this thing? Something from behind me pushed me all the way to the ground.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Family Spirit International with Blaine and myself. Hey, hey, brother.
Hello, sister. Well,
And
hi,
look who
Miss
we've got.
Destiny. Hi,
Yes, we've
Glenn.
got the Fox family paranormal in the
Hi,
house. Hello,
Michael.
ladies and gentlemen. You two are like two of my favorite people ever. You know that, right?
Oh, we love you.
I love you too. I love both of you. Yep, I do. I do. I do. I can't wait to see you in Ozark. This is going to be
No.
so much fun. Oh my
Yeah.
I know.
gosh.
I'm excited. I'm really excited about
The
it.
chat room's already buzzing. Everybody's happy to see you. I'm glad you like your sizzler
Oh,
I put together.
I loved it.
Honey, you look gorgeous. You could have some, wow. Like you could be on television and oh wait, you've already done that.
Yeah, I've done that.
You've done that and you're going to do it again. I'm telling you. I've been thinking about you two a lot. And I think that a reading is due because I just feel some really great things. So I lit a candle and prayed for you guys, and I feel like this is going to be a great show. And let's just see what the cards have to say and Blaine too. I just love it, love it, love it. So, guys, this is Gwen John. She's our producer.
Hey,
Yes, I think you guys, yep, you guys have met her before, I do
yeah,
believe,
at the battleship.
at the
Yep.
battleship.
Sure did.
Yep.
Mhm.
And she helps us so much. Welcome to the family show tonight. And David's sharing it out. Thank you, David. I've sent the link over to Christopher. He might pop in just a minute. So, what have you guys been up to? You've got your own podcast. So, do tell me a little bit about that and who do you have on and all that.
Mostly we've been just telling ghost stories. We haven't been able to be on in a few weeks. Due to Michael going out of town a lot and working. But we like to tell ghost stories. Sometimes we'll read stories.
Oh,
Everyone's on the show will pick out a story and we know nothing about it. And then they'll ask, well, what do you think about this story? So it works real
ooh.
good. We did get into a little UFO story about Betty and Barney. I can't remember the name, but
That's
we
cool.
dove into that and did a show on it.
If you hear a scrambling, my Frenchie, Luna, she's decided that she wants to play with the cat. And I actually heard her bark just now for the second time since I've had her. And she's not right. She's just not right. So she's over there under Gwen's feet causing chaos. When she figures out Blaine's on the show, she'll be over here photobombing.
Hello, Luna.
There she is.
Hi, Luna.
Oh my goodness. So, when we went to the battleship, the North Carolina battleship in Wilmington, something interesting happened with the dogs. And I know that you guys are on the other side, so you probably didn't see it, but I want your opinion from both of you. By the way, you guys were amazing on Repossessed. Michael, the way that you told the story, your voice just resonated really good. Man, they really had you sounding great. That you gave them something to work with, and it was the bomb. And Destiny, I go back and look at the show you did, but I also have the recording of you singing that I recorded, and I play that
Oh,
myself on my phone every now and then. I don't, put it out
with
because
David,
we were.
when I
Yeah,
sung
you did an amazing.
David. Yeah,
Yes,
I
you
think I
did.
still have that somewhere.
I do. And when I miss you, I do scoot back to it and play it. It's nice. Oh my goodness, Luna, cut it out. I don't know if you heard that. She almost took the desk down over there for poor Gwen. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. She's coming. Come on. Come on back. It's okay. Just go back into the thing and it'll be all right. Uh, we've had some technical issues here at my house because somebody that lives in a haunted location that deals with antique. He buys like estate sales. He invests in homes, and he fixes up and either flips them or rents them. And he ran upon a lot of dolls. And these dolls, he traced it back, and it was from a lady who had been murdered. I've got the link and everything. And these dolls, He said he lives in a jail that he bought and turned into a bed and breakfast. And people were
Mhm.
obviously hanged there, it was a jail. But he's more afraid of the dolls than he is where he's living. And they're on the porch, and they've been banging on the door. They threw one of my potted plants across the porch behind me, and I had to sweep it up, and I got the plant in a vase of water now, trying to reroot it and everything. So I've got them in plastic now. I don't have all of them in there, but if you hear calamity over here, it's probably those dolls. So, do you guys have any traveling besides Ozark planned?
Oh, we do. We're going to be going to the Warren Seekers of the Paranormal in Gettysburg
Oh,
two
that's going to
weeks
be
from
great.
the time we're in Ozark. Yeah, we went last year in
I
Connecticut.
thought you
It was
did.
so much fun.
Cool. Oh
Our
my
our
gosh.
booth was probably about the fifth one as everybody came in, and it was like 1,000 people came through the first little batch of people. They had like 1,000 or 1,500 people lined up to come in, and it was to the point none of our team went. So Michael and I were busy
Oh
from the
yeah.
time doors opened until it was time to shut it down that night.
Well, that's good. That's what you want, but boy, that makes a long day, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we didn't get to go around and visit a lot of vendors and stuff we like to do.
There's
But it was fun.
Christopher.
Met a lot of people.
There he is. We add him in.
It's been fighting me.
I saw
It's
that.
getting on
I saw
that.
you pop up. Now, uh, Luna has a ball and she's throwing it in the air and catching it. So I don't know what has set her off tonight. I'm gonna put you in the bathroom and shut the door, Luna. Don't look at me that way. Oh my God. She thinks she's a human. Let's see who else. Oh, we've got a lot of people saying hi. There's Christopher saying hi back because David was looking for you, Christopher. All right. So the last time we saw each other was at the battleship. What happened to you guys there?
Um, a crazy thing happened. Stan was recording. We were doing the SD's session,
Oh yeah.
and he recorded me, and he recorded somebody else that was with his team. But when he went back for it, the session that I did was totally missing from the camera, and he couldn't explain that away. Yeah. And then while we were, what was that called? The bridge? We were in the bridge.
Yeah, we went up to
Oh
the
yeah,
bridge.
yeah.
That's where it happened at. And then I thought I saw somebody. There was an opening in the back of the room, and I thought I had seen somebody over there. And I stepped back and looked, and nobody was there, of course. And then I felt a brush on my cheek while we were up there.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I walked through right when you guys were starting that SD session up there. And then
Yeah,
walked up and saw y'all
he
were up
did
there.
a mine completely gone. And he said, I know it was recording.
Now, Destiny, that's not the first time that somebody we know or ourselves have done SDs that got recorded that just disappeared.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I was in one of the Gwen and I got in one of and Chris Weeks. We got in one of those turrets that's on the on top of the ship on the deck, I guess you'd say. And there was 130 men that supposedly got in one of those things. Can you imagine? It was smaller than a closet. It was more like being on a bicycle in a closet. There was no way to move, and all the controls were right here at your chest. And I made a joke that there's no way that I could get in there and do anything. If I got in there, being a girl, things would get in the way. And I think that the would not a soldier, he would be a sailor. They thought he thought that was funny, and he was rolling the cat ball around like he was laughing, And after that, Gwen started it out. She was reading some of the historic information off one of the signs, and they started reacting to what she had said. And then I made my remark, not realizing I don't know. I was really just talking to her. And then I realized, I think the guys heard it, and they did. Here goes the cat ball rolling around on the floor. It made 2 circles. It was hilarious. I'm glad I made them laugh. Yeah, me too. It was a lot of fun. We met a sailor named Boyd, and oh my goodness, what a charming man! The things that he told us about was awesome. So it was, I think, a very magical place. I really do. And the people that ran it were so kind and so
Oh yeah.
nice. They were very
Yeah.
complimentary.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the second time I've ever been on the battleship there. The first time I
Oh,
was only
really?
10 years old.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I was just a kid.
yeah. I bet it was smaller because if it was small, to me as a grown woman, and then you're 10 going in, when you go back to school and the rooms that look so big and your desk that seem big, it seem that way. You go back and it's like, God, everything's so small.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I think that Boyd was telling us that there's a lot of soldiers in general in spirit that come there because that is the North Carolina museum for
Mm-hmm.
it's a monument, I guess you'd say, for all the soldiers that died in World War II for North Carolina. So soldiers in spirit and with their spirit families go there. So it's pretty interesting. I would
Do you
love to
realize
see it.
the battleship is still classified as active? It's
I
assigned
do.
to Wilmington.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And I had heard they were going to try to bring some of the ships, out of mothballs and get them started again. Thought,
Mhm.
You
golly,
had
that
told
would
me
be a
about
lot.
that too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Matt had seen an article and was telling me about it, and I thought, "What? Wow, that's crazy!" And I mentioned it to the guy that was Special Forces that was running the tour,
Mhm.
and he was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh no, no, they won't do that." I was like, "I think maybe yes." I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. That's going to be a lot of money. He said so much had been decommissioned, so. I don't know. It was just a really wonderful place, and it was a big deal for Chris. He's a student of ours, and he's also on our team. Aside from having an educating moment, he's also on our team. And his father was in service, and he wants to do a special location for every branch of the military. That's his bucket list right now. So I'm really excited to see what he may be led to do next, or maybe something will crop up and I can call him and say, "Hey, we've we've done the Navy. Here we go. Let's go, see about the Army." And there is a museum that did say we could go through. I'll let you know if you're interested in coming because that would be really neat to
Oh
go through.
yeah.
It seems like you always get shadow figures with things like that. If nothing
Yeah.
else, you get movement, some type because of all the energy that was involved in the machinery and that, speaking of that, talking about haunted military, I guess you'd call it equipment or vehicles or whatever. My husband had one that was at his unit that was very haunted. It was very interesting to talk about, but it happened right at Christmas. And we were given authorization to be able to go into where it was because it had been decommissioned also, the equipment as well as the building, and it was condemned and about to be torn down. So we were able to go in there, and those guys were there, and they were a little bit confused, I guess you'd say. They wanted to get home for the holidays, and so they were able to get straight. You know how you have to kind of walk them through things and straighten them out.
Mhm.
And the last thing they said on the voice recorder was, "Yeah, we're home for the holidays. Thank you." Oh, I was just like, "Oh my God,
Aw.
that's a perfect Christmas for me."
Mm-hmm.
I know it was good for them to go home, but it did something special for me too. So it's time for Tell Me Your Ghost Story. Blaine, you want to kick it off? We usually have an origin story for people that are on the show. We want to know how you guys, got into it. You want to ask them?
Yep. What started you guys in the paranormal?
I'll let Michael go first.
I've been in the paranormal. My parents were actually interested in paranormal phenomena when I was a child, and they would take us to cemeteries at night to investigate.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was little, and then when I was a teenager, I had my first hardcore paranormal experience, and that's when I decided I was going to start investigating, full time, because I wanted some answers at that point.
And just so everybody knows, I have been investigating the old-fashioned way most of my life with my grandmother and my mother, and I really didn't have any technology of any sort. And unfortunately, I had been laid off from my job, but I did pay off some bills and I managed to have a little pocket change left. And I had met Michael
Mhm.
online. And because of his background with his family investigating together, my grandmother, I told her about it, Mama Jenny, and she said, well, ask him what he does with the technology part because I can't help you with that. Neither can your mom. And he sent me in the right direction, and I was able to get the best prices, and I got the most equipment for the money I had. And God, it's been so long ago. I think I had $125. I ended up with like almost 9 pieces of equipment. Well, you couldn't
Mhm.
even get the batteries to go in stuff now.
No.
But that explains that. But you really helped me, and I thank you. I thank you for that.
Yeah, I remember investigating. I actually used the baby powder technique. I would use compasses instead of EMF meters.
Mhm.
And I would put wind chimes in jars
Yeah, I like that one.
and
I
use
had thought
that.
of that. I had a bell. I have like a little reindeer bell.
Yeah, that's what ours was a bell on a string at each end to see if something would hit the bell. So yeah,
Mhm.
the
I think
bell in the
that's
jar is a good idea though.
why haven't I done that lately? Yeah. You could hang, you know what we did when I was younger? This is how far back this goes. Remember when you had to open your can with the pop top thingy?
Oh
You
yeah.
know, you know, I would tie a string on it and put it through the top of a pickle jar lid. We had it that way. Oh Lord. But hey, it worked.
Yep.
When I was little, I did have a Little Tikes cassette recorder. It was red, I think, and yellow. And Dad gave me some old cassettes that I could, record over. Gosh, I'm going back and showing my age. Blaine,
Yeah, I
what all
remember
did you
my dad
guys
got me
use?
a little portable reel to reel,
Yeah.
and I used to
Oh
use that for
wow.
recording.
Dude, those are so phenomenal because especially like the ones that are portable. Those things
Yes.
will record and people don't understand how well those things actually recorded. Uh it was phenomenal. Even though the technology wasn't there, those things had just sharp, clear recordings on them.
Now
And
Mhm.
that's something we talked about before,
yeah.
Blaine. I was
Mhm.
thinking, I'm sorry, I'm hitting something. I've got my oracle cards in my lap because I want to do a reading for you guys. Let me get situated. I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about that because I know that film and digital can be very different in what it captures. And I was really
Mhm.
interested in getting some of the older equipment again. You can find that stuff on eBay and trying it
Mhm.
out. I mean, why not? Actually have a teletype,
Oh, good Lord.
Morse code, and we're going to be using that. And you'll be surprised at how much these spirits like tinkering with that thing. Tick, 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 tick. I told Matt the last time we were tinkering with it, I said, we're going to have to cut that off. They're driving me crazy. But what do you think? Do you feel like there would be a significant difference?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it would be a significant difference. Uh,
I do too. I don't think that the digital is going to touch like a
Analog.
cassette tape. Yes, yes. I
See,
know that it can cancel. You have to be so careful because it'll mute background noise and compress
Mhm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And if that happens, then you lose all your evidence. I don't like digital. I guess I getting
I'd
old
say they
enough.
complement each other because you got the old school and the new school using them together, and I think you get good results out of it. Actually,
We should try that. We should do um, maybe a side by side comparison and see what we
Mhm.
capture. That would be cool. Maybe we could do something like that and we can go live. If you guys are out in the field and we could try something like that. Or if I get a piece of equipment, we can, go live and switch it out so other people can get an idea of what we're seeing. That'd
Yeah.
be
Oh yeah.
fun.
I think the old style, when you would get a good hit during an investigation, seemed like it was a lot more dramatic for you at the time.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, how my first CVPs were off a cassette recorder, and I got the
Mhm.
voice of Sharon Tate, uh, Abigail Folger, and oh, what's his damn name?
Oh, Jay Sebrig.
Jay Sebring. Yeah.
See, Blaine not only loves the paranormal, but he also likes true crime.
Oh
And
yeah.
when he was that
I
close
do
to the
too.
Manson.
I'm addicted.
Oh, me
Oh,
too. I tried to put a program together. There's Christopher. Oh no, you're back.
he's been
It
here.
blipped. It blipped on my computer.
Hmm.
I don't know.
They're
It's
trying
these
to fight
dolls.
me, I think.
I think it is too. I think it's the dolls, y'all. I'm serious. These dolls. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
What
not.
calls do you
I,
have?
I I can feel them. Don't worry. They're
They're
making sure I hear them.
well.
What
They've
do
been
you have?
traumatized. We have. I took the blue light that can make blood pop, and there's blood on. I think two or three of them. It's like a splatter.
Oh yeah.
Either that or somebody peed on them. I don't know. It's definitely something.
There's a
But they're
certain energy there that's just basically causing me a fight.
yeah, but there's something definitely going on with these guys. Well, you should have seen how he had them taped up. I bet you he used two full box tape things wrapping them up. He was so scared. He was not having it. He was not having it. It must have
Okay,
really
that makes
scared
sense.
him.
That's why they're sitting there screaming. It's hot. It's sticky. It hurts.
I know it. I know it. That's what we had heard too. I heard screaming. Whenever Gwen was, we're taking a catalog of them and we're bringing them to Ozark. So what we'll do is we'll have a Gwen's helping and another student that's also on the team. Her name's Casey, Casey Morris,
Mhm.
and we're taking pictures of the dolls, and then we're doing research for the history. And what we have a Shirley Temple doll, and I assure you, she looks nothing like Shirley Temple now, but she's going to have a pretty dress. I'm going to get on eBay and find her something. I've got to get these poor things look terrible. There's the horn. We get the horn every time. What time is it? It's early. I think it's about 5 minutes early this time.
Seems like I get that train when something paranormal happens.
I think so too. You know, we used to have a train here in the town that I live in called 96, South Carolina, and the train tracks have been taken up and made into a walking trail. But I promise you, there's about a half dozen of us that live near the train tracks where they were. We'll hear the train every now and then at night.
I've heard the train at your house.
Yes, you have, because you looked at me and was like, "Where's the train?" And then I stopped and was like, "Oh my gosh, I hear it too." Luna's got the zoomies now. I don't know if you can hear this calamity. Just let her go, Gwen. Let her get it out. Wild Kingdom over
Well,
here.
you've been on property and around. There's no train tracks close to
Right.
where, and so every once in a while we can hear a train. There are no tracks. We hear
Yeah.
that train noise like the train's going down the tracks, and there is no train tracks around here.
Not here either. I'll hear the trains come through here, and it's like there's been a train running through Wetumpka in the last 150 years.
That's insane. I'm sending let's see if I can send one of the pictures. I've got a picture of one of the dolls. Gwen, you want to try to load it? You emailed it to me, so you want to
Let's
just load
try
it so
it.
we can pop it up? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Blaine, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. It's going to take Gwen a minute, but we got minutes. So, yep. So who has some questions about anything to do in the supernatural? I do think they're going to appreciate the new dress. I'm going now. That's evidence. I mean, we're looking at this them too much until we get to Ozark because I'd like to get some help from my friends. You know, like this is a Shirley Temple doll from the 40 to 44, 1940 to 1944, and then, you know, I'll put on there where she came from and then we'll try to either get some psychic impressions and then compare it to what our equipment says.
Hey,
I think
Lee,
that's going to be fun.
one of the dolls you have is
Uh-huh.
begging you not to put her in an orange dress.
And
The
there's an orange dress in the box.
Oh, she doesn't like the thing. Get rid of it.
It's crocheted.
Oh, yes, she does not like it. And I'll tell you
You know
why.
which one, Gwen?
The person that hurt her had orange on,
Okay.
and he had as a matter of fact, he had an orange colored beard too. It was
Ugh.
redhead, but it was orange color. She hates the color orange, so she asked if you would not put orange on her
Sounds good to me.
and take any orange away from her that's near her because it makes her very disruptive.
I know which one that is. Did you see the pink baby blanket that they put in the box? The guy that sent it over to me, his wife sent some necklaces to me. His daughter put some bubble gum in the box and a pack of crackers. I got me a little care package. Oh my goodness, it was so sweet. All right. I think she would like pink or red better.
He asked for a pink or a red. That's funny you asked that because it did. She said, "Please give me something pink or red because I like those colors."
Oh, that's so sweet. All right, Destiny. So, what's your ghost story? How did you get into this?
Well, mine is I've always been fascinated with the paranormal, even as a child. And I blame it on my sister because she was a horror movie fanatic. Anything about ghosts, werewolves, anything. And so, you know, I grew up thinking, hey, there could be something to this. And so then having paranormal experiences growing up and bad dreams. And this only happened when I was a child and hasn't happened in my adulthood. Dreaming something would happen, somebody's house would catch on fire, and their house
Oh,
would catch on
wow.
fire. And then I still have dreams about an old house that we used to live in that actually burned. So, and I have dreams about that. I've actually dreamed how the fire started, and it
Oh my
was arson.
gosh.
So, yeah,
It
I've
was.
dreamed it several times. And I don't know. Then I think it was. I think I saw um, a lady, and it was right about the time I was going like from maiden sort of crone years. I actually
Yes, yes.
saw an older lady at the foot of my bed. She was gray, and her clothing looked like a pencil shaded in real dark. And she had a bonnet on, and it tied around the top, just old fashioned. And I woke up and saw her, and I had this peaceful feeling and went right back to sleep. You know, it was like
Wow.
a soothing kind of thing. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything to be afraid of. It's like
No,
I knew
she
she was
wasn't.
there to sort of, you know, help me make a transition in my life.
Hey, Destiny, you want to know her name?
Yes.
Okay. She is telling me her name was Angela, and she picked you because of your energy that you made her feel comfortable. That's why you might think you don't see her anymore, but she's around. And I'll tell you
You
this.
know, I believe that because
Yeah.
a psychic medium friend of mine, John Covey, every time I
Yes.
see him, he's like, there is an older lady that
Yeah.
just watches over you.
Oh
And
yeah.
he'll describe her, and I'm like, well, you know, that kind of wasn't my grandmother. It didn't sound like my mother, and so it could
No,
be her. That makes
no, yeah.
sense.
Because
It
she
really
is not
does.
family. She chose you because she liked the
Yeah.
energy that you put off, and she was drawn to your energy. And she is there. I bet if you start talking to her and
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging her that she's there, you might start seeing her a lot more because she is always around you.
Well, don't
I
worry.
can
If you
see her
ever
right now.
meet her, she's going to be right
Oh
there.
yeah, she's been there for
She's,
every bad
you
thing
know,
you've ever had happen in your life,
yeah,
just like
very similar to a spirit
wide awake.
guide, but
She
she's
is a
not
spirit guide.
at least
She
like a spirit guide.
she is a
In
spirit guide to her.
Now, I tried something different tonight. You know how we'll do a reading for our guests, I decided to go ahead and pull the cards
Right on.
while we were doing the intro. And this is the first card that I got, and I think she is bad to the bone.
Oh,
This is
she
the
is.
fire. Isn't she gorgeous?
Ah, yeah.
Look at that hair. Now, what this is, the fire. Uh, this is the shamanic medicine oracle cards. What she means is not just fire and passion, but it's connecting a past life with a current life. And I believe that this lady is that. I think she's from a previous life
Yes.
and she loves you. And I do believe that you did something specific for her. And she told you she'd never leave you, and she hasn't. So that's her right there. I really believe that's it because I feel very strongly. Also, there is traveling. Remember, I asked you at the beginning. This is called the Sacred Site card. Sacred Site, and it means that something really significant, exciting but significant is going to happen to you on a trip, and spiritually, it's going to give you a real jolt, something that's fantastic, life changing. So that's what this one is. And now this next card, don't panic. I know that you know about these things, but anybody else that's watching, please don't panic. This is the death card. And it does not mean that she's going to fall over. What this means is that it's trans migration, which means a big change is coming, something fantastic. Just like, and for these two to be together, and you've got your spirit guide leading you,
Yeah.
and it's telling you, I believe she's getting a level up.
That's what I was
Spirit,
about to say.
yes,
She is. Actually, you're about to get 3 levels up.
I do
So
think so.
you are about to get 3 new gifts that you didn't know you had. And one of them is actually going to, well, I take that back. 2 of them are going to be new, and one of them is going to be an enhancement of a gift you already have.
Yeah, and I do think that you ought to look at the demonology aspect of what you've been trained. I know you and Jennifer, don't you tell him I called him Jennifer. Jeremy,
I
Oh,
will
I'm
tell
telling
her.
you.
I got my
We're
tongue
telling you.
tangled.
We're
My
telling you.
tang, I got my tang tangled.
No
But
wonder why my browser's fighting me, because I'm now talking to another demonologist.
that's right. Christopher is very, very knowledgeable in angels and demons. He's very knowledgeable on of the Bible, different types of Bibles, different belief systems and other religions. It's fascinating to talk to. You're just a fascinating fella,
And
Christopher.
yeah, I wonder what the doll was thinking when I was coming on here.
I wonder too. There's a lot over here. So, yeah, the death card is death to old ways. That's right. Your friend, Mythic Retriever, Christopher. It's
Mm-hmm.
exactly right. So I
He's a
really,
friend of mine too.
these cards were exactly what we were just talking about in our conversation. So you've already gotten some confirmation on it. I can't wait to see. But I really believe there's a book in there between the two of you. You really complement each other spiritually
Oh, yeah.
with his desire to be so protective and precisioned and getting the right evidence in that, and you're being the spiritualist, and having the ability to protect as well. I mean, you guys have a strong team. I really think you should consider it. Just something to think about, if nothing else, but a journal of, as people are going through situations, give them some tidbits of
Yeah,
information that
I
might help
am in
them.
the middle of writing a book, and I was
Oh,
hoping to have it finished, but finding the time. It's based on a true story of an investigation that we did, and which led up to actually our team members becoming possessed.
oh, my soul.
It is, yes. It lasted when I say this, I'm not exaggerating. It all lasted about a year and a half for
Oh my
us. We
God.
think it was gone, and we did an investigation in Carnesville, Georgia, and I promise you, if we're ever traveling and we're going in that direction, I don't care if we have to go 200 miles out of the way. I'm not even going past that exit. It too much, just too much. But I'm writing. I'm
Wow.
not going to give too much of it away because
Yeah,
that's what the book
don't.
is about
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
Oh my gosh. A year and a half of chaos. A gremlin
Yes,
type, but much more dark, running between your teammates and stuff, causing
yes.
chaos.
Yeah, it does involve a full blown exorcism.
Three,
3.
three.
My
and
God.
and the last one was a toughie because it was somebody that I was close, real close to, and it got to the point where I wasn't able to finish it. We actually had to call Jereme Leonard on the phone. He was on a call. He works for the fire department. He was actually on a call and had to drop everything to help. I mean, he could hear the
Les.
screaming, the yelling, all that. And over the phone, um, he was able to get this person delivered. And it was the last one um, that got jumped by this demon. And actually, I was holding the door open at our church. I was holding the door open, and all of a sudden, something ran past me when we were doing the cleansing. Something ran, it was me and the pastor. It ran past, and there was a block on the porch. And that block, when it hit the block went flying off the porch out into the driveway.
Good
And we haven't
gosh.
had that problem since. Now, we did do an investigation for a young couple, and they were in Athens, Georgia. But after we got there, they told us they were originally from Carnesville. I mean, I kind of
Oh,
look at Michael. Michael looks at me, and the
Yeah.
team members look at each other, and I was like, oh no, please don't let this be connected at all. And it wasn't, but
good.
you know, you just
Yeah, but
have to
that's
know
something.
what we went through, our family, our friends, seeing how it affected people.
Yeah, it was reported too that during the exorcism, the subject that Jereme had to assist, that person lifted 5 grown men up off the ground.
Did
yeah.
true story. And while they were holding this person down in the chair actually came up about 2 or 3 inches off the floor with these men holding this person down. The chair lifted up. I remember looking down and seeing that, and I'm like, this, you got to keep in mind, I had just finished the demonology class. I was new to this. And here I am having to put everything I've learned in play. And
Yeah.
the reason I couldn't finish this exorcism was because, I'm seeing a person I love, truly love, going through this. And it sort of started playing on my emotions.
Oh, I
And
understand.
I couldn't do it. So we did call for backup. And, all that's mentioned in the book when I finish it. It's going to
Well,
be fascinating to read. It
I'm
really is.
ready to
And
read it
it's
already.
entitled The Demon at the Well.
Oh, wow. That's going to be
Mhm.
fascinating. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to say congratulations to Blaine Rohan. He's got his book coming out.
Oh, snap.
He approved the book cover today. So, yes, congratulations to Blaine Rohan.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I'm so proud of him. And it looks great. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful cover. It's a beautiful story, and you can get them on Amazon. So it's out there. Mine are too. So and it's interesting that all of us want to tell our story. Gwen's actually writing one too, and she's a retired paramedic. So imagine a paranormal paramedic and the things that she's seen and experienced, and what kind of stories are coming from that. So it's going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see all this. Well, now my cat's up here. I'm getting too much love tonight. Come on, girl. Yes, please go ahead, put the doll up.
I have an interesting theory about one of your dolls.
Okay, well, here's the doll. That's a Shirley Temple doll. Can you believe it? She looks awful. But that's her, and she's not doing well. There's definitely something there.
Yes,
Anybody
my
got any
heart's fluttering
impressions?
looking at the picture.
Yeah, I know who owned her, and I also know her demise. So I'm trying to be objective, but man, the pressure here on the throat and in her eyes, even though she's sitting up, they won't open. I don't know.
One of them dolls protect you.
Yes, you're right. One of them does. That's awesome that you got that, Christopher.
And one of my friends on here said the same thing, but I told her that me and one of your guests are the same spiritual vocation, and like
Uh-huh.
guardians tend to like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? They would be like, they have fought demons before. Let's check this person out. You
well,
know, like,
there's definitely some survivor type spirit with these dolls because they had to survive.
Lee, let me tell you something about that doll you just showed.
All right.
There is a child spirit in there, but there's also a very vile man spirit holding that child. That's why she won't open her eyes, because he will not let her. He doesn't want her to see.
That makes sense.
and he has a bad energy, the spirit.
He's beyond bad. Bad
And
ain't a word. No, this guy is.
so that's why I was fought, because of my spiritual
Yes.
background. He knows what I can do.
Yeah. Between that and he just wants to, chaos, chaos, chaos.
He knows I can break it if I knew a way to do it right
Oh,
now.
I know how to do it. Hey, Lee, let me have fun with him at the con.
Oh, can we have fun with him, Blaine?
I'm gonna have a lot of
I'm
fun
going to
with
go live. I've got, God, how many?
him.
Oh, no.
He has unleashed mine and Blaine's fury.
We have 2 monsters. I'm going to get another couple of pictures. You guys have got to see these girls, man. And I've got some objects that are very, very unique that I'll have to show you. I've got more than just dolls.
A
But
native spiritual person like Blaine and a demonologist like me, that bad dude will leave that doll. I guarantee you at the show that you're going
uh-huh.
to. I have a feeling he will leave.
You're so cute.
We're going to fight for
Yeah.
your guardian.
I just thought this would be a great thing for us all to work on together, see what impressions each one of us get, you know? I've got some volunteers coming over to help out, kind of put a little catalog together for my haunted objects.
I'm telling my friend to protect herself because she got way too in with.
Okay.
And I'm thanking the dolls for letting us talk to them. Thank you.
There we go. Telepathy is real. That's true.
Very, very true.
Let's
Dude,
see if I can get you this other one.
Dude, you really got my horns up.
You ready to dig in, huh?
Not a good thing for you.
This one, this little doll here, see if I can get it to load real quick. Gwen is really fascinated with her. And her legs are cloth and her arms, but her face and her chest is porcelain. And she's really old. That
Mhm.
dress is really fragile.
Lee, where did you get that doll from? Because my grandmother made a doll, I mean, almost exactly like that same dress and everything.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it came from Canada.
Well, she sold a lot of that she made, so I'm wondering if it's one of hers.
Well, I want you to hold it and see what you think. Okay. Okay. All right, girl. Okay, let's see. We've got another comment. Okay. Yeah, we've got folks that are like, you know. So, anyway, there haunted objects are a lot of interesting experiences. There's a lot of experiences that we're going to have together. Go on. Go. There we go. So, do you guys have anything else coming up? Do you have any residential cases? Do you have any anything that you're focusing on, you know, project wise with your team?
One thing that I want to get put together is exploring places and maybe doing some YouTube, uh, putting video out on YouTube, debunking haunted locations like bridges or woods or stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know, going out and
that's a lot
urban
of
legend.
fun.
That, yeah, we really want to do that. And the weather's getting cool here shortly, just in a few weeks, and it would be perfect weather to get out and actually do that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
So
and beautiful pictures too. It'll be fun to
You have
review
a
that
picture
evidence.
go back to Cave
So,
Springs. Too.
oh yeah, I would love to go there. If you guys go back, let me
we
know.
we are
Maybe
going back. They have different festivals through the year, and they're actually having a pickle festival. And so
Ah!
we're going to be there October 12th and 13th. We've got somebody working our booth on the 13th. We won't be there all day, but all day on October 12th, we will be in
Uh,
Rollator Park at Cave Spring. And it's the first time we've been there since we filmed there. We haven't been there since.
Gwen,
And
she's
so
going
we're
to a
looking
pickle
forward
festival.
to it.
A pickle festival.
Yes.
I would love it. Oh my gosh. So those of you watching, when we talk about going to Ozark, we're talking about this event, the Deep South Paracomic-Con. It also has horror. And there's a lot of people that are going to be there that have vendor tables. There's a horror house. You know, you have to say that slowly because if you try, it ends up sounding very. You go into, you know, I have said it and I've been like, oh, wait a minute. What was that I heard? So anyway, it's got a horror house. It's got there's a QR code to get tickets and for vendors. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, September the 14th and the 15th at the Ozark Civic Center in Ozark, Alabama. It's going to be a lot of fun, and she's got an after party planned. It's going to be great. Have you interviewed Bill Perry for your show yet?
We
Bill, yeah,
haven't.
Bill Perry. He's
Bill's awesome.
great. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a mess.
We have just I don't know who this person is commenting. I'm just gonna there. Just get that person gone. I don't know what he was saying. So yeah, I can't wait to go to Ozark and see everybody. Jereme will be there. I saw some of his pictures of his jewelry that he makes. And I love his rosary beads and the cable bracelets that he makes. He does a beautiful job with
Mhm.
them. Is his wife coming, or do you know? I like
I
Tammy
think
a
she
lot.
is. I think she is.
That's
I'm
awesome.
not
Good.
certain, but
I
I
can,
think she.
yeah. So a lot of my team members and students are coming, and I can't wait. There's going to be so much they're going to enjoy. So we're going to have a little voting box where everybody can get impressions from each one of these haunted objects and put it in there at each one of the items, or just to write a summary so that I can put it all together and see what kind of consensus we have. I really believe that some of these items, we're going to see a trend of what people feel when they see it. And I'd really like to get that report out there so people can get an idea of what our instincts are really like, because animals listen to their instincts. They fly south for the winter and things. We're the only animal in the world that doesn't listen to our own instinct. So I think that would be an interesting activity. And Michael, how are you feeling? Oh, go ahead.
Let me
I'm sorry,
real fast.
Destiny.
It's fine. So Michael and I are fostering 2 children, a 7-year-old little girl and a 10-year-old boy. The little 7-year-old girl sees spirits. And
Bless her heart.
so,
Oh, wow.
yeah. And the day we picked her up, she was like, "So, you guys had any cool investigations lately?" This is 7-year-old. And she wants us to take her investigating. So I'm going to take her somewhere and just let her play, whether it's haunted or not. So she can
Yeah,
get it
just
out of
let
her
her enjoy
system.
herself. Well,
Yeah,
she can
she's
go
told
in
me
the
about
see these
a
little
little
baby
boy
dolls.
that used to be in her house,
Oh
and
my
nobody could. I
gosh.
think she said his name was Jacob. And then her brother was telling me, yeah, we found out there was a boy named Jacob that used to live there, and we don't know what happened to him. So I think it's real cool that they were able to validate the name of a child that she saw in their home.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wow. Children are amazing. Last year
Yes.
we did the Psychic Kids workshop, and it was so powerful. The children were so articulate, and the parents were really very receptive. And we're going to do
Mhm.
some more of that. Blaine, we ought to talk a little bit about what we'd like to do there, because I feel like we need to go to the next level on that one for sure. Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Are you muted?
My fault. I hit the button on my little stupid little thing here.
Okay.
I thought
Get it up there.
something was messing with you like it was me.
I know.
No, it was my fat finger that hit the mute button.
Looks like Blaine was going, Blaine, looks like you and I got a toy to play with, don't we?
We'll have to go live.
I work
Yeah,
alone.
We're going to have
while
to
we
go
do
live
this.
so everybody can see this, and then we can get everybody to vote online. We can go maybe like a sign up genius and have questions that people can fill out and submit, and
Mm-hmm.
that way I can use that data too. This is going to be fun. The nerd in me is so happy.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, one of my favorite things, Blaine gave me a big T-shirt, and it has nerd across the chest. I love that thing. When I'm feeling my inner nerd, I'll put that on, strut around the house. It's about to happen again. I'm ready. Oh my gosh. We're going to have a lot of fun. I think that
I wish
I
I
have
was
a
there.
well, you can go live with us. You can
Mm-hmm.
participate like we've done before. We'll get you there, buddy. You're great at EVPs, you know that. They always talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like for me to send you one of the dolls?
Yeah, me and Blaine will now have a toy to play with, that dude.
Oh, that's right.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem.
Hope everything's all right, sir.
Yeah, I think he's okay. He looks like he's tired. He's been doing a lot of work lately.
He's
Change.
like a brother in warfare to me.
Yeah, he's a good man. Can you hear her?
Barely.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself because we're in the same room and I don't want it to echo. So I'm going to mute myself for a minute, and go ahead, Gwen.
Can't hear her at all.
Oh, she wants to know about your wedding at Ozark.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we're going to renew our vows. When Michael and I first started dating and seeing each other, he asked me like 150 times to marry him. And I would say, no,
Oh,
no, not now, not now, and not now. And then some things happen, and then I'm like, no, I would never marry you. You know, you're this, you're that. And he said, no, I'm not. I'm not. I love you. I love you. And so he asked and asked, and then so it was like February the 14th, and he called me. He was on his lunch break, and I said, you want to come pick me up?
Valentine's, huh?
On your lunch or when you get off work? He said, yeah, I can. You getting off work? And I said, no, I thought we'd go to courthouse, get a marriage license, and get married today. It was Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
But we didn't.
no, we
I
wait
mean,
till
we
the
went,
16th.
we went and got the license, and he said, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And his cousin decided she didn't want us to do it like at her house on Valentine's Day. She wanted to, she's a minister, and she said, I want us to do it in the church. And she said, we'll do it Sunday night, the 16th. And I said, oh, okay, we'll do it that way. So with us planning a wedding in 2 days, I had to borrow everything that I had. The wedding dress was borrowed. Everything had to be returned. I mean, the flowers, the veil, everything. We had one of my son-in-laws baked a cake, and he called it the wedding cake. It resembled nothing like a cake at all either, but, you know, it made me happy that my children were willing to do things to try to make it special for me. And so Michael asked me like a year ago, he said, would you marry me again? And I'm like, yeah, I'd marry you again. I didn't even have to think about it, you know,
Oh yeah.
This time.
this time, this time. But yeah, we're going to renew our vows at Ozark during the Paracon, and I'm excited about it. And I have the most lovely maid of honor that has ever lived, and that's Marie.
Oh,
I was so happy she
oh,
said,
thank you. I'm so excited.
Michael
You
still doesn't
know,
have a best man, so he'll find one. He may have
Do
to
you
nab somebody at the con.
get Matt to do it for you?
Wayne, okay, that thing knocked me out about the same time he left.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, I got knocked off.
So do you need flowers for this?
I do. I do. Girl, I
I
haven't
think
even bought my dress yet. And it's like, what, a month away? Less than a
yeah.
month?
No.
I'll send you some pictures of the flowers and see if you like them.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Here comes
Can you
Blaine
guys hear
walking through the
Gwen? You guys hear Gwen at all?
No.
She's still like she's talking silently.
I know.
She's your
Oh,
silent partner.
how are you doing, Wayne?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, I keep
mess
wanting
with
to
your.
turn on closed caption so I can see what she's saying.
I know it's good, whatever it is.
She was
You
saying
may
if
have
you
to come
needed
over and
any
stand for
help,
you.
she would. Yeah, come on over, babe.
Yeah.
Come on. I'll wiggle. Come on. There we go.
Oh, it says she's muted.
Well, I just muted it before I moved over here.
Here.
There you are. You're live.
There she is.
She keeps fading in and out like she's a ghost.
It's the
I know.
Yeah.
There we go.
That did it. Gwen was saying if you need help with your plans,
Yeah.
let us know.
Let us know.
She's so good at helping too.
good.
That's going to be fun. And
I'm excited. um, Stan told me to hurry up and pick out my music, or I was getting Metallica or something.
Sweet. Tell them I want Guns N' Roses then.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
her favorite.
I am a big Guns N' Roses fan.
Well, I'll tell
I
you some Destiny. All right, the day that Sweet Child of Mine came out was the day my daughter was born.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's like my favorite Guns. I still love. I even like some of the old stuff they did that you didn't hear off their first, second, or third albums.
Will you grab my cheese?
Oh,
One of my.
but yeah, Guns N' Roses Slash is probably one of the best guitar players ever. So
He really
Yes,
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Slash. Yeah, and all I ever hear about is Axel. That's
Because that's my favorite.
What was that
Yeah.
song? It was a song that he sang, and it was for a wedding.
he
I had
actually
the video for a wedding.
Yeah,
November
Oh,
Rain.
November Rain.
November
Yeah.
Rain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, that dress would look good on you.
You know what's
I know,
scary
right?
though now? Destiny about Axel. He looks like Throw Mama from the Train now. He looks bad.
He really does. And, you
Yeah.
know, if you hear him singing, a lot of the songs are in a lot lower key than they used to
Because
be.
he can't hit none of the notes. See, a lot of people
All
don't know
that
he actually
screaming in his younger years. Yeah.
well that he had a throat surgery that he didn't announce to a lot of people, so he can't get to the lower octaves. That's why they have those people singing backup for him now that can hit the higher notes for him.
Hmm.
I mean, he's still a talented frontman, probably one of the best one ever that ever
Yes.
walked the stage. But watching Slash is like watching somebody pour his heart and soul into that guitar. The man doesn't talk much, but he talks through his guitar. If you just go listen to some of his solos, I love my favorite solo he did was from he just does the Godfather theme, and that is just phenomenal. How he hit every note in that solo, it's amazing.
He wrote "Sweet Child of Mine" for his wife Rose. When he was dating Erin Everly,
Yeah.
so he wrote it for her, and I think that's so sweet.
Well, it's funny. He didn't have words for the song, and Slash was using it. He had already planned on using it for a song, but he used it for a finger warm up. And him and Duff were just in a room, and Axel heard it, and they were going to record. He says, "What was that song you guys were playing?" Because he had already written lyrics to it because he thought it was so good. And I know he wrote most of the lyrics, and Duff McKagan helped him with some of the lyrics, and so did Slash. Some of the instrumental stuff that was in the song, and it's like, to me, it's one of the most pitch perfect songs ever made. There's
I
not
do
a
love
waste.
his music.
Yeah,
I loved him. The Lisa Marie
yes,
funeral,
yeah. When he did November Rain, yeah, that was beautiful.
and the way that he grieved for her and how they were such close friends. I thought he was very humble. I thought that he did a beautiful job singing it. He's 60 years old and has been screaming, vocals for such a long time. And, look at Aerosmith, he's had to stop singing because he broke his voice box, his larynx here. So I get it. Even the front man, the little, I can't remember his name. He's a young Filipino man that took Stephen Perry's
Journey?
place in Journey. He's having to get the musicians that do, oh my goodness, what's that young man's name that sings? That's so, he did a song with Camila Cabello and Senorita. What am I thinking of the name of that song? Anyway, he's got a real high-pitched voice. And so they actually had to hire those sound technicians to come and do because his voice has changed. He's blown some of his vocal cords, I'm sure. So they're having to get the right tuners. I mean, it's a perilous thing, performing and traveling. But I do love their work. Yeah, David said he likes Paradise City. I do too.
I still like Estranged. It's still one of my favorites. That and then Civil War is another good song, and the versions of Live and Let Die and
I love Live and Let Die. Don't even
oh.
get me started.
That song is
All those are
awesome.
on Use Your Illusion too. There were
Yes,
2
it is.
volumes that
Yeah.
sets.
Yeah, and was it Don't Cry? There's actually 3 versions of Don't Cry, but only 2 of them made the album, and there is a bootleg out there with the 3rd version of it that I had a long time ago. I wish I still had, because it's almost the same song, but he actually changes lyrics in about 4 parts of the song, and it just made the song so good.
You know, there's a lot of EVP recorders will actually play music and record sound, but obviously it'll record sound. That's what we're using it for. But you can actually play music on it as well. It's more like an MP3 player now, and you could use that for trigger.
Yeah.
Triggers. It doesn't have to be a trigger object. It could be a sound like a train whistle, something like that in a depot.
Yeah, we use the portal a lot, and we like to use it
I love
when
the
we
portal.
do client-based investigations. We'll always use that last, and it
Yeah.
allows the client, to ask questions that they may have that maybe we didn't cover during the
Yeah.
investigation. And so we were doing an old building that used to be like a VFW or something. And down in the basement, they had a bar. The place had been turned into a haunted attraction for Halloween before it was torn down. But we were down there, and we decided to play music that may have been played during that era. And we were like asking what kind of songs they liked. And so we began to play a Johnny Cash song, Ring of
Oh,
Fire.
good
And
song.
we actually, matter of fact, it's on our
Oh, I love
TikTok.
that song.
The portal is singing, the voice through the portal is singing Ring of Fire.
Oh, nice.
Oh
Wow.
my God, that's so
It really is.
crazy.
No, you'll laugh
So,
at this,
yeah,
Destiny.
use
I
that.
actually had one that sang Sunday Morning Going Down by Johnny Cash, written by Chris Christopherson. They love that song.
I love Chris Christopherson. I have
Mhm.
a renewed sense of admiration. Did you know he was in the military?
Yes,
He actually taught. He was a trainer, and he was a ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Has his master's degree in English. That's why he wrote the most incredible songs. So I just got the convention itinerary for Deep South. There's going to be an opening with a national anthem and the prayer, and then Faith Santiago is and then the Fox wedding ceremony, and then Jeff Leeper and Maria Player are going to perform, and then American Demon Comics, What It Takes to Be a Hollywood Stunt Performer with William Perry, and then they're doing at 5 o'clock the cosplay award contest. And then there's a guest panel from 6 to 6:30, and then the closing is at 7. So that's the first day, and then the second day that's this Saturday. 12 to 12:45 is a workshop for raising an intuitive child, and then right after that, I'll be teaching science of the spirit world. Matt's going to be teaching after that at 2 to 2:45 your inner compass, shielding, centering, and grounding. And then I'll be doing your psychic connection. And then Matt will do vintage ghost hunting. Michael, you ought to go in there and hang out with Matt since you've got some really cool ideas. On stage now, on Sunday, Blaine will be on at 11:45 to 12:30, and then Matthew and I will be on at 1:15 to 1:45, and then Michael and Destiny 2:15 to 2:45, and then Maria and Jeff, and then there's an EVP team, another one you got to slow down, and then 4:45 to 5:30 is Jereme. And then we have 5:30 to 6:15. It's Debbie on cryptids, and then the closing. So that's going to be great. It's all together. She's got it pulled together, and all the information about where everything is. That's Saturday. Yep, and then Sunday. Yep.
So I don't know. Am I supposed to be doing the classes with you guys? Because they didn't schedule me for any classes to teach.
Oh, honey, you're going to be doing the psychic kid. I mean, you have to
Yeah, I
psychic
know that
kids
one.
class, and I'm going to need your help in your psychic connection. Matt might need you on over there with him, but I know I
Yeah.
need you for the psychic kids. And
Okay.
she told me that. Plus, you've
Okay.
got your book.
Oh yeah. I was just wondering.
Yep. We're going to bounce you back and forth like a little ping pong ball.
All right.
That's what we do. This is going to be fun.
I'm excited. It was good last year too.
Oh yeah, we
I
had a
can't
blast last year.
Yeah.
It's fun for me
Uh-huh.
just to get to meet all the new people
we've
and
been
hang
there
out with all our friends.
This
Yeah,
will
all
be
three.
what, the
Third. Well, this is all of our third time going. We've been to every one that they've had.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think we'll keep going till they're hunting us.
I'm excited.
Probably.
Which won't be
Hey,
too
I
bad.
heard you.
Did you?
Yes.
There you are.
Gremlins. The gremlins. Oh my goodness. Well, hey everybody. Nobody heard me so far.
I'm glad to see you back when I was worried.
Thank
we
you.
We just thought you were having a conversation with yourself that you were too good for the rest of us.
Lane, I love you for that. You're so funny.
I try to be.
We're going to have so much fun. There's going to be so many people that's coming that's going to have some really cool questions. Well, Luna's got the zoomies again.
We hear her.
Yeah, I hear the echoes.
It's like a bull in a china shop. Come here, Ginger, run. I wish you guys could see what I see. Oh, my God. Oh, it's like Wild Kingdom over here today. I'm looking for another doll.
I've got all of them. Do you need the pictures?
Yeah. Put a few out there, girl.
Let's see. You showed them the one that I'm attached to, I guess you want to call it. And you showed them Shirley.
Yeah, so show him the little one. Or woohoo!
Oh, the little one that rolled.
Guys,
They're acting up.
they are. I'm gonna have to mute myself. I apologize.
No, I can't hear you.
I can hear her.
Okay.
Think you're hearing me on her mic.
That's exactly what I'm hearing her on.
They're wanting
Yeah,
to
now
play.
mine's working overtime. I have the weirdest stuff happen to me in electronics sometimes, I swear.
One of the things interesting, she got mad at her computer yesterday because the camera wouldn't work. She turned it off, stomped her foot, turned it back on, and it worked.
I've been known to blow up computers before.
Oh, no, don't say that.
Don't blow mine up. Don't do it.
I mean my own.
Oh, okay.
Wayne, have you ever done that before? Being mad at your computer, you blew it up?
He's never done that, but he has blown light bulbs.
Yep. I have shot a few computers, but they were
Hey!
they were government surplus, and we were told to get rid of them, so we did. We took them to the range and shot them all to pieces. It was fun.
Oh, I would have loved to do that with all your frustrations. Boom, right?
Matt took me to a little, I guess it was like a salvage yard thing, and it had commodes out. And he said that he had seen this on a movie. He had to be the shotgun, and we blew up commodes.
Nice.
You know what?
It was so fun.
I would love to blow up old TVs, old computers, and toilets. Those three would be my favorite. Sorry.
That's funny. You have them loaded, girl?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
They get to shoot cool stuff. You set me up bottles.
Oh, I've shot my share of them too, but hey, you get an opportunity to shoot government computers on the government's dime And you
Yes.
Oh, nice. That'd be nicer.
Yeah, I remember one time when I was in the service, we blew up a commode with a grenade.
Nice.
Oh my
Now that
goodness.
works.
Yeah, we did that in Thailand.
Oh man. Have you ever got, no, you guys didn't work runway. Did you ever, we got to go out and shoot shotguns at birds to scare them off. It was just salt rock, but God, that was so fun.
It's even nicer when you're paid to blow up computers, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
Here, I've got a couple.
I got it.
Okay.
I've got the one that rolled.
I think I've got the one that jumped. That's the one that rolled.
Oh.
This is the one that rolled when I was outside with it. I knew you were going to say that.
I do not like that doll. Do not like the energy on that doll.
I got you.
You have that one, Lee?
Yes. We
Put
got
it in
ton
the
of them.
case.
Yeah.
I might have to be doing a lot of Dominus Ominous on these damn things.
Put it in a case.
Do you see that one?
What do you see out of that one, Blaine?
Just a child.
Yeah, that one don't seem bad.
I think that's the one that was coming in with Mandy yesterday.
Let's see if I got this one. I was just wondering what you guys thought about them. Do you have any dolls or trigger items that you use on investigations?
We've used a clown before.
Oh, good
And
God.
I don't know, it was by accident. We had this clown with us. I don't even know how we came about getting it in our equipment. It was an accident.
Y'all
And so
keep
we
the
were
damn thing.
telling the spirit.
Yeah,
you know,
Blaine doesn't do.
Yeah, it was a little girl spirit that was at this house. And the client said she'd spin around in the office chair. Just you'd hear her giggling, running all through the house. And so we had that clown doll, and we're like, if you'll respond to us, I'll leave this here for you, and you can have it. And so right at that moment, I mean, we even caught an orb coming through the wall, not only on camera, but
Oh, wow.
we saw it
Oh,
coming
yeah.
through. It came through the wall right at us, and just like it was going to hit us in the face. And so because she was so good and she showed us who she was, we left the doll with her. And they probably still have it there in the room that she liked to play in all the time.
Well, I'm glad she was good for you, and that was a good trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a little mini knockoff Barbie, and we used it at the museum here in Greenwood. And it brought the child out in the high chair. That was cool.
That was cool.
All right, here's one. I'm getting this one up here. Lee, I want to see what they think about this one.
Okay,
You don't
go ahead.
mind? Okay.
That
What you
one
guys
seems
think
like
about
a
that
little
one?
mischief maker.
That one?
Blaine,
Okay, that one,
what'd you think?
the spirit that's in there was burned in a fire.
Damn, that's why.
That's what I got out of it too. Yeah,
Really?
I did. Yeah, I hadn't said anything to Lee. I was going to write it down and let her see. But yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, you're going to
she's
have
a
to
happy
watch
child.
that one
Yeah,
because
I know. Mm-hmm.
there's a little prankster there.
Yes.
So he's going to be pulling stuff.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
that's the leader of
He's
the
gonna
pack with
fight
the
you.
shenanigans.
Okay, she's the
Yeah.
one that's the spirit girl in there. She's the one that started the fire in her house,
Oh, dear.
playing with matches.
Ooh.
So she was a little jokester in real life then before she crossed
She's a-
over.
She was a little hellion child's what she was.
Well, this guy, he buys and sells a lot of things. They go through
Mhm.
his purchases, homes, cars, and he got these, and he heard a ruckus, took a flashlight in, was looking around to see what it was, and this doll jumped across the chair and hit him in the leg, and that was it.
Dang.
He called me at 11:45, telling me that I'm
Which one was it?
the one you just pulled up.
The
No one.
little
Okay,
fire,
that makes sense to me now that
the
I've
little,
touched
the
it.
little fire starter.
Well, he nearly had a laundry problem, and he meant
my.
he was not going to have it in
She'd have got,
his house.
she'd have got ninja kicked across the wall, off, against the wall.
Yeah,
Can I show them the picture of all of them sitting in a swing?
sure.
Would that be
Yeah,
okay?
let's
You guys
see.
okay with that? All right, give me just 1 second. It's just taking me a minute because I'm having to flip flop back and forth. So.
Well, I'm gonna show you this precious lady. I'm trying to figure out what transpired here. I don't know if this is so hard to.
Does it feel like they're
You don't mind?
fighting?
Let me see too.
Yeah, hold on, it's coming up.
Okay.
I really want to do something to help this lady, and I believe that she may be connected to some of these. So this is the news report that this man from New Brunswick, Canada, his name's Roger Crossman, was being charged of first-degree murder in the death of his wife, Darlene Cheryl Crossman. And he killed her and dismembered her. He mutilated her. And these were hers. He didn't realize that when he bought all that estate stuff that, he had her stuff. And that's her.
Hmm.
And so he said he didn't want to make a penny off this, but I insisted on paying postage. And so I wanted to ask my friends to look at these and see what you say, see what you have to say about them.
All right. Can I show them the picture? These are all of them. It's 15, and I had them all taking pictures, and I set them all in the swing, and here they are.
Oh, cool.
And I know you can't see them all good because I kind of had to so they wouldn't fall and everything. So.
Well, I have stuff behind there. Sorry about the boxes, but we're making arrangements for these dolls,
That
gonna need-
doubled one stands out.
Doesn't she?
Which one now?
The one all the way to the left.
Oh yeah, Shirley Temple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty. Annabelle had sent something just now. She has a 1952 Shirley Temple doll that meant a lot to her. It's a sentimental thing. I thought that a Shirley Temple doll would be sentimental for any child. And clearly this doll was played with pretty hard because somebody had to get creative in getting her arm back on.
Oh my goodness.
But look at her.
I even asked her to open her eyes. I know. But I did. I asked her would she open her eyes, and she couldn't open them. So now I know why too, Blaine. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope that we're able to get some more information about these, and I've got some more also that I'm bringing from different cultures, different religions, things like that.
I think I'll bring the one. Yeah. If that's okay. Yeah.
Sure. Christopher, are you typing away?
I was trying to tell my friend to protect herself.
I understand.
Wow.
So, you two being seasoned paranormal investigators, what do you feel about what makes something paranormal? Whether it's a house or an object or a location? Do you prescribe it to the stone tape theory?
Can they hear us?
You're echoing
Well,
real bad.
What
Oh, I'm
do you
echoing.
being paranormal? What will, of course, we know what the scientific definition of paranormal is. Anything that cannot be proven by science has to be paranormal.
That's exactly right. No more echo. That's great. I don't know what you did. Thank you.
She,
Oh, okay.
muted.
So, one of the questions a lot of people ask, people that are in the paranormal, what creates a paranormal, what makes something paranormal? What do you feel creates a paranormal environment?
Well, a lot of places have tragic events happen, and I'm really studying about energies, and
Yes.
it's fascinating, and it's a whole big world just itself as far as different energies. I believe that you know location, like I said, the tragedies. Also, one thing that we had a case not long ago where the people had drew spirits in themselves, invited them in,
Oh,
negative energies. So, there's so many different types of hauntings. It's really hard to describe them all because every time we
yeah.
investigate, it's like something new and different.
Mhm.
Each one, for a while, it's like I got really bored with going to investigations because it was like I wasn't being open minded a lot and closing myself off. It was like the same old thing, get a few EVPs and this and that. And then I started to realize, they're all not the same. And so I really started opening up my senses more, and each one is different, rather than just the whole ho hum. A lot of times I would be like, y'all just go ahead and do this. I guess I was burnt out for a while. And then, I had this big awakening happen to me. I don't know when it happened, how it happened, but it happened. And since then, it's like, I'm seeing things differently,
Yes.
listening to flames more. And I know what they're talking about by the way they describe it. And it's just fascinating. And so, studying different energies now, we can create energy, like whether it's using a Ouija board or a pendulum, even. I happen to have a pendulum now. It's really a necklace. A 7-year-old girl was using this to communicate with spirits. And one of the a lady that was keeping her for a while noticed that she was holding in her hand. She knew the right things to say.
Oh
It
my
would move
gosh.
her hand, and we're talking 7 years old. So somehow something negative came through this, and it was actually loosed in her home. And so that was something that was brought in by a child through a little necklace that she was using to communicate with spirits. I'm not saying that, all of them draw in bad influences, but when you think about it, it's just like a Ouija board. They can bring in bad, negative things. And so when you think about it, that's a means of communication. And then learning how through even EVP sessions that just talking and speaking to them, you're pulling more spirits through. Because when we use the portal or the spirit box, it starts out, we're talking to the spirit that's there, right there in the home or, in the building. And then the more you talk and the more you communicate, you start getting different voices coming
Multiple
in.
spirits.
It's like, hey, they can hear us. Let me
Yeah.
get in here, get my turn in. And so there's times we have to just stop and turn the spirit box off or the portal because so many are coming through at one time.
And they're
So
talking to each other too, and you're catching in the middle.
yeah, you can hear
Mhm.
them talking. And matter of fact, I've got a grandfather that I hear talking with his granddaughter all the time. And it's usually right before I go to sleep. I don't know who they are or why I'm hearing their conversations.
Oh, that's so
One
sweet.
night I heard the grandpa say, I thought you wanted to go fishing today. And she said, no, Grandpa, I don't want to go today. And, you know, I'm raising up. I'm like, where did this come from?
Mm-hmm.
And so I hear them a lot. And, you know, there's so many different kinds of energies out there. You know, it would be a good idea just to explore those
Mm-hmm.
because each haunting is a different energy.
And two, we've had a lot of cases over the years too, where people have done something and they've brought the spirits into their homes, and then they don't know how to get rid of it, and they call us up and they say,
Yeah.
Right.
"Can you come over here and take this with you?" And I said, "No, but we can come over and try to help you with it."
Right. We had a couple of team members that built a portal, and they kept adding to it. They added crystals on it and kept, you know, building this thing. Even had the guitar pedals that you put in the floor and use. Even had all
Oh,
this.
my goodness.
I mean, this thing was amazing. It made ours look like something out of a bubblegum machine. But they kept using this. They would turn it on during the day when they were home and just listen to people talk, spirits talk. And so I kept telling them, okay, keep on doing that. You're going to unleash something. And when you do, I'm not going to help you. And so this went on for months and months and months. Well, they actually did let something get pulled through that was very, very negative. It caused them to fight. They began to see things in their home. They were being tormented at one point. And,
Oh, gosh.
I true to my word, I can't help you with this because, if you drew this in and me telling you to leave it alone, then, I'm not going to help you. And I really felt bad that I did it that way, but they learned a valuable lesson. They learned how to deal with that negative energy on their own, and they were able to get rid of it themselves, which was a similar situation Michael and I were in after an investigation. We had the spirit just follow us home, causing anger issues in the whole family. Like, for example, one thing that happened, and this is not Michael and I's relationship, but just out of nowhere, he started screaming at me one day. And, then that anger just hit me like a fireball in my chest. And so I started screaming back. When I started screaming back, it left him. And then it hit Daddy in the hall in the house.
Oh,
And then
gosh.
he just yelled out something real loud and runs in his room and slams the door. And then it was gone. It's like the three of us didn't understand this. And this was about the time, and I did reach out to Lee too, and she referred me to get help. I don't know if you remember this.
Yes.
It ended up in somebody being put in jail, matter of fact. And
Oh,
so
my gosh.
I was new to this negative stuff at the time, and I didn't know how to handle it. And so we ended up just taking care of it on our own. And so I thought, well, I'll use the same with them. They've got to learn how to handle this if they're going to be paranormal investigators.
That's
and
right.
I did regret, and, if they're listening or they come back and hear this, I am sorry, guys. I wish I'd have done more, but look at where it brought you to. You're not afraid to deal with any kind of energy now.
Now, portals are good tools to use.
Yes.
Used properly in qualified hands. I say that because, we've had so many instances over the last few years with a portal that we've been able to get direct contact where we've got an entity communicating through the portal that specifically asks for one of us.
Yeah.
That's me
And
every
we do
time.
have a TikTok video, and it may be on our YouTube channel. We don't work that a lot. But we were in a haunted old funeral home in Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
Yeah, we're doing a weekend
And
lock-in.
Michael had found out during the investigation that one of his uncles had passed away. About the time he heard that, something started coming through the portal asking for Michael. Michael had left the room, and it was the first time we'd ever used a portal, and it wasn't even ours we were using. I had seen and heard of them, but we had never used one. Michael left the room, and I went out to comfort him, and while we were gone, the spirit got very angry. And one of our investigators, Courtney, said, well, Michael's not here right now. Would you like to talk to someone else? And it screamed out. And if you guys have ever listened to a portal, those
Yeah.
voices do not scream coming through there. This one said, Michael Fox, just as loud as it could. And, we talked a little more, and we didn't record this part, but it actually was Michael's uncle trying to communicate with him.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. When Matt was deployed, I had a dream that something had happened to him, and I just happened to be doing an investigation, and I found out, through the investigation, he came through the equipment, and I had that dream over and over. I hate it. Well, that's anxiety. We do have another question for you. Do you have any spirits that you, for lack of better word, stay in touch with?
Sort of. We have a haunted object, which if you haven't watched, go watch Repossessed. Season 1, episode 2 is the episode Michael and I had the honor of being on. And this haunted object, we have her separate from, let me just say, container that she came in for now. Every once in a while, we have to deal with the spirit that's attached to her. And there's a positive side
Yes.
to the spirit, if not two different spirits. And there's very negative side to this. And, every once in a while, I will hear, and I pick up female every time, her just unhappy that we're keeping her separate from the container that she came in. And if we put those two together, if we put her back the way we found her, I mean, it's just people get sick in the house, things happen. And so every once in a while, she's like begging me, put me back, put me back. And yes, I do. My sister passed away a few years ago. She passed away with cancer. When my sister was born, half of her brain had not been fully developed. And so when she was older than me, but, she acted like a 12 or 13-year-old girl. And so when my mom passed away, she got to come live with us and spend the rest of her days with us. And she talks to me quite often. She would know where anything was. If I lost something, she would find it. She'd say, oh, here it is, here it is. And so now when I lose something, she'll find it for me. And it will be put right in plain sight for me. And I'll say, thank you, Nell. Thank you.
That's so sweet. I need that help.
But on the same note, like hide stuff sometimes too.
Oh yeah. She's a little
Yeah.
getting in there, causing a little trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Annabelle wants to know, how does she get rid of negative energy from her doll?
Sea salt.
I would take some salt water and just wipe her down good. What about you guys?
I think it's a lot easier to keep it contained, because every haunted object that I have, there's still that attachment to it. So that would be a question I would be asking somebody myself. I do have to, take care of my haunted objects and to keep them from having any energy active, like Plain said, the sea salt or sage or prayer.
Church glass works great.
That I do. Yeah, and each object seems to be different. It's like I have to do something different for each one.
That's true.
I think you have to determine too whether it's a human spirit or a non-human spirit on how you deal with it.
That's true.
Well, with one, the object I was talking about earlier, it involved a curse, and so it has to be treated sternly with sometimes.
Hmm. So I did a reading for you. I would like to pull some cards for Michael. Michael, do you mind?
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right, Blaine, you want to go?
Let's see.
We usually do this together.
Yep. Now, Michael, a couple of things I see going on good for you is your health is getting a lot better. I don't feel the bad energy on you. I felt it before with all the issues you were having. And I have been sending you healing every day.
Oh, yes.
You guys are about to come into a new investigation spot soon that you didn't even think about going to, but you probably rode past it 100 times. But it's something coming up there soon that you guys will be going to investigate. That's what I'm being told.
All right. So this card is the Soul Retriever. Let me pull it this way so you can see it a little better. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
I think that's beautiful. So basically, that means reclamation. Soul retrieval is something that I feel like a lot of people need in their life, but they don't know how to go about it. And I just feel like this is going to be a client, someone, or maybe not a client per se, like a stranger, but it'll be someone you know. And step into your authenticity is what it means. If there, now you can see it a little better. There's a little piece of your fragmented soul from the past that's going to heal. And you're going to be looking at this and working with it in your life, and you will be on the mend. As that heals, your body you will also go through a healing process with your body. It's going to be really fascinating. I hope you guys will keep in touch. I'd like to see this unfold. But trust your intuition, and let's just piece back together that fragmented memory to heal and balance and make you whole. This is a little poem that's with it. So retreat from feeling guilt or shame, and personal powers are yours to reclaim. So I really feel like that's going to be a fascinating, that might be something to add to the book. Who knows? The next one for you is called the Dream Weaver. Here, let me put that up so you can, no,
Like
that
the
didn't
song.
work.
Yeah,
I know, I love it too. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it a little better. And the Dream Weaver is someone that can help. It's just what the name is. You're accessible to people. You're going to be helping people. And there's going to be certain, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a fox, there's a wolf, there's an owl, and there's things that people are going to be receiving. Either it's going to be symbolic, a spiritual message, and your intuition on top of that is going to be spot on. And with you doing your own soul retrieval, being able to help others is going to be part of that. I'm really excited about seeing that happen. I love hearing the different things that you two do, and this is the same one that Destiny got. It's I don't know if I went into too much detail, but it's called the Upper World, and this is the future. Both of you got the future card, and I shuffled these.
Yeah.
I take them and shuffle them like that. But with the Upper World, that means what's coming up for you. And that goes right along with what Blaine was saying about having a new opportunity. And in a spiritual experience, this means that something is going to change your outlook and your view. So it'll be something challenging, but it's going to be something you learn. Destiny, like what you were saying about someone else earlier, that they went through this thing and it made them stronger, and it taught them what they needed to know. You guys are going to have something similar, but it's going to be an opportunity. I don't see it as being a painful thing.
Yeah.
And you'll know also the lessons that you need to learn, and for both of you to know that you're natural healers. So
Oh, bringing that up. Now, I've been told to tell both of you, you need to ground yourself more.
Matt's really good at grounding, and he's going to be going into some of
Yeah.
that. He's fun. Of course,
Yeah.
I've been married to him 26 years. I would think that, but but he's fun to do grounding with, and it really is euphoric. And
Yeah.
he's going to be doing that. You should slip in there with him and do some of the things. I'm sure you probably do it, but there's nothing like doing it with a group of people in a circle with breathing exercises. It's so fun. So fun.
We were forced into a group grounding after an investigation that we did someplace we should not have went, but we just went for fun. It took the group grounding.
That's because a lot of weird stuff happened on that
Oh, yeah,
investigation.
it did.
A lot of weird stuff.
Well, Matt is excellent at this. He really is.
Yeah. We waited so long from the last class to this class, and we've got students calling saying, hey, Matt, we need to spend some time together. I need to go through some grounding exercises with you. So we're going to get together before we go to Ozark and just have coffee and be together, or hot tea or sweet tea, get a good Southern sweet tea and do some grounding and just be together. We've gotten really close. All of us. It's such a blessing. And I know you guys are too with your team. It's a really great thing.
Our team is like family.
I'm so glad. Now, how can people reach out to you?
On
How do
our
they see
page-
your show too? Don't forget that.
Oh, okay. Our show is on Thursday nights. I think we're starting back. We're going to talk to Stan. We're going to start back the first Thursday in September. And we're going to line up some different guests. We'd love to have you on our show.
Oh, yes.
Thursday night, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, check us out on our page, Fox Paranormal. We're on TikTok, Michael and Destiny Fox. And where else are we? Oh, we have a advertising page that a lot of teams or people who have events would be interested in. It's called Fox Paranormal Advertising. And it's where teams can advertise their team, their podcast, events, just anything related to the paranormal. You're allowed to post there. You know, if you want to get likes on your page, just post your team there. Somebody will like your page.
Oh, how nice.
And so we love working that page. I have several administrators on there to help me with it because we tried, actually, Teresa helped me for a while. We were having a lot of pornography posted on there. So I said, you got to help me with this. And so we had to change settings and stuff. So it's just paranormal. No nudity, just paranormal.
Y'all, some people just, they can't change the channel in their brain, right? It's like, come on, not everything is about that.
I know. I get invites a lot.
Damn things had invaded our little group. The little page there. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm glad you shooed them away. Ugh. So does anybody else have anything you want to bring up or ask the Fox family before we close? Can you believe it's been 2 hours? I can't believe it. Seems like it's flown by. You guys want to see the dolls one more time?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what
they go cluster of madness again.
I wonder if the doll that was so bad, what would happen if that doll was near the haunted object you've got? I wonder if they would cancel each other out, or if they would
fight.
One right there.
I don't know. We could do that.
Somebody figured out it's you, Blaine. Wait, come on, get up here. There's Blaine. There's Blaine.
Hi, Luna.
If you mix them both together, would it cause a manifestation?
No, they would fight.
Oh, yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they would fight.
Definitely.
Did you have a headache real while ago, Gwen?
I'm gonna say I'm an empath, and not just the dolls, but things tend to love to, when I'm on here on any of the shows that I do, they tend to mess with me a little bit.
I noticed that.
Yeah, they kind of.
She is a pure empath, guys. I cannot hide anything from her.
Nope.
She's going to feel it, and she just looks at me. Really? You know? It's a blessing to have her.
Yes,
Well, anyway, we've got some objects for you guys to take a look at, and I hope that we can spend some time together. I think she's cute.
Blaine says no, he don't like her. So
No.
yeah, she's the one that rolled on me. The only one that really did anything besides, But
like
here's
a
Shirley
troublemaker.
Temple. Bless her little heart.
I don't know what to make of that thing.
I call her
No.
Shirley. I call her Shirley and Sam because the dude that's with her is it's my short name for some bitch.
I believe it.
Can you pull him out, Blaine?
I'm gonna have fun with him first.
Yeah.
Well, let's don't mess with him yet. We want to be able to study first.
Can I help, Blaine? I have special plans for him if you let me.
I've got this under control, Chris.
We're going to have fun, y'all.
Yes.
Oh, and this is what we're going to look like on our way. Our co-pilot right there. We're going to have so much fun. Once again, we've got the Deep South Paracomic-Con and Horror coming September 14th and 15th, and we'll all be there together. All our haunted objects will be there. And we've also got, sweet moments like this. Look at a little princess looking up at the stormtroopers. And we've got friends like Jess Elliott. There's workshops. Awesome vendor tables. Look at that.
And it's going to be bigger this year.
I'll be there. Woohoo!
I'll be sitting there right next to you. So, yeah.
I know. I'm so excited. I hope our booths are nearby.
Maybe.
Now, somehow we will be together.
I know. Well, if we are finished, we know how to reach you guys. Does anybody have anything else? Because I have I'm echoing, sorry. I think, yes, that's much better. Thank you. I will end with a Native American blessing. Do you guys have anything else you want to speak out, or we got it covered tonight?
Nope. See y'all.
All right.
There's
See you
also
soon.
room for more vendors at Deep South too. So if anybody's interested in being a vendor, reach out, because I think there's still a few spots left.
All right. Let me put that poster back up so you can grab the QR code if you're interested. The tickets are that's the QR code on the top under the number 15th, and then vendors is at the bottom. Or you can go to deepsouthparacomicon.com. All righty. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to see your vows, your renewal. It's going to be great. So this is a 3-step morning prayer that's indigenous, but it's very much like grounding, and I thought we would do something different. The first step is to plant your feet firmly on the earth, and using 5 sentences, you give thanks to the Creator. Countless ways that God comes to us through creation, all the beauty that you see in your eyes, all the sound that your ears hear, and all the scents that you smell, the taste that you taste, and all the things that you feel, like the sun, the wind, the rain, the snow, warm or cold. So pray this every day, that when you open your eyes and you are attuned to the countless ways that the Creator God comes to us through our senses, know that you are connected with God, and this is part of the gift He gives you. The second step is to go through all the pain. Go through your struggles, your regret, your fears, the garbage of yesterday. Step out of it and leave it behind. Brush it off with the dust of your feet. And then with the third and final step, you step into the gift of the new day, full of hope and promise and potential, and give thanks for the gift of the day which God has made. So thank you for listening and watching Family Spirit International. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, where's the thing at, Gwen?
Give me
Got
end
it.
it.